My brother, in this video, we're going to talk about signs your relationship is going to fail. Now, most guys don't see this. Whenever the relationship fails, they say, I didn't see it coming. She pulled a rug out from under me. I didn't know it was coming. Probably did. He just wasn't paying attention. And you don't want to be that guy who doesn't see it coming. So in this video, I'm going to go over a few things that are going to show you that your relationship is about to fail. The first sign your relationship is going to fail is if your woman's calling you names. If she's calling you names and you just let it happen, probably going to fail soon because she doesn't think that you have any strength. She doesn't think that you can tell her no. You won't stand up to her. So from her perspective, she can do whatever she wants. Is that really what you want to have? So she's calling you names and she's giving you toxic behavior. She's manipulating you. She's guilting you. She's shaming you. And you just put your tail between your legs because you don't want to deal with it. Yeah, your relationship is about to end. She's probably going to cheat on you or she's going to leave you. And this type of behavior makes her lose respect for you. In other words, the more she does it, the more it reinforces that she can get away with anything. And if she can get away with anything, then that means that you'll never leave her. And if you'll never leave her, that means that you've given her a license to keep doing more. And so in this place, what you tolerate, you encourage. And if she doesn't care about it, what she'll do is she'll manipulate you. And two ways that she'll do it is she'll shut down or stonewall. If she's stonewalling, she won't talk to you at all. She'll tell you it's all your fault and you got to figure it out, and then she won't talk to you until eventually she'll freeze you out so long you're like, baby, come on. It doesn't have to be like this. Let's just talk about it. And then you'll somehow be apologizing. Or if you're with a woman who's a people pleaser, what she'll end up doing is she'll shut down. And in this place of shutting down, she won't talk to you at all. And maybe communication will slowly start coming back, but from this place, she's not opening up to you, so you can't resolve it. And then she'll hold you in quiet contempt. And in this place of quiet contempt, you get a lot of passive-aggressive behavior. And because she's not opening up and talking to you, nothing ever gets resolved. This is a hallmark of one of those relationships where we're just going to push everything under the rug and just hope it doesn't matter. And because we're doing this, you have this buildup of resentment over time. She'll start resenting you. You get snide remarks. And then the intimacy in the bedroom will start to dry up. And you won't even understand what's happening. She'll be there with you. She'll act like your wife, but it'll be more like a roommate situation. Your resentment will build up. And then over time, as this keeps going on, you'll blow up at her. You'll say, this is what you're doing all the time. And then you'll just make it even worse because then she'll stonewall again and you'll follow that cycle. And then you're like, nothing ever gets resolved. It's always like, I have a problem. She shuts down and then nothing ever changes. And then I blow up at her again. And then she says she's not safe. She doesn't trust me. It's like, I don't understand how to even get around this. And this is usually where people go to couples counselors to try to talk and get these things out in the open. What they fail to mention is that both people have to be on point and responsible for their own happiness and speaking up for what they actually want without trying to do it in a manipulative and toxic way. And so if you've been in this situation for a while, you'll find that you're starting to become more like roommates. Your relationship will become sexless. And no guy likes this. So what ends up happening is he'll eventually approach her and say, hey, why aren't we having sex? What's going on? And she'll say, I'm just not in the mood. I'm just not into sex anymore. I have a headache. And she'll give you a bunch of different reasons. And then when you start feeling like the only time we have sex is when all the planets align just perfectly. When that happens, you're in a sexless marriage. Because what's happening is that she's not opening up to intimacy, emotional intimacy, so that there's no connection happening. And so for most guys, they look for that sexual connection to be the emotional intimacy. That's how guys get to it. They get to the emotional intimacy through the sex. And for most women, they have to have the emotional intimacy first before they'll be open to sex. And so in this place where you're not actually talking, you're not actually communicating, you can't get to the heart of the matter, this is why the sex dries up. And this is why she's not interested, because she just isn't getting that emotional intimacy from you first. And so you have to be the one to create that container. You have to be the one to step up and say, look, this is how we're going to talk. And I'm going to talk to you. And I'm going to dig into you. And I'm going to figure out what's going on with you. And you may feel like, why should I have to do this? This is crazy. She never does it for me. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, now you got two people doing nothing. So are you going to get any more than what you've gotten? Probably not. So be the first one to do this. And the last reason that most relationships will fail, and maybe yours too, I don't know, we'll see, is you're just a bad match from the beginning. You see, there's 4 or 5 points of compatibility that you must actually get through, and I'll talk about that in another video. But if you want to know what that is, if you're having these points of compatibility and they're not matching, then the whole purpose of your relationship, the premise of it, the foundation is wrong, and it will fail. I mean, the one that drives relationships apart more than anything is traumas. If you don't know how to handle your traumas, and she doesn't know how to handle her traumas, then her trauma response on something that you did will trigger, and then she'll act in a certain way, which will then trigger your emotional trauma response, and then now you just spin out of control. and nothing ever gets settled, and then every time you have any kind of discussion, you both get triggered, and it completely just unravels the relationship. All right, brother, I hope you enjoyed this video on why or the signs that your relationship will fail. And if you like it, hit the like button. If you would like to see more of these videos in the future, you got a lot of value at it, consider subscribing. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.